alert radar, you can see things are definitely quieting down now. And I think as we go throughout the evening hours, yeah, we could see a couple of isolated showers popping up over the next hour or two. But as far as any severe weather goes, I'm not expecting any more of that. So that's the great news. Here's what's going on right now as we'll go in a little closer, show you one little isolated shower just to the north of Muscatine, passing between Wilton and Walcott now. This will literally last about 2 minutes and may cause a couple of sprinkles on the windshield, and that will be about it. We've got a couple of more widespread scattered downpours showing up here from Good Hope over towards Macomb in the industry area, and that's lifting off to the north and east. Again, these are going to be isolated in nature for the rest of the evening and definitely not going to produce any severe weather. So as this cold front begins to move our way, typically we would say with the sky starting to clear out, we may have to watch for redevelopment under that front. But we had those storms earlier today that really just zapped all of the energy out of the atmosphere. So what's happening now behind those storms is we're seeing a lot of sinking air. And sinking air is basically like a big area of high pressure. It doesn't allow for the clouds to really build back up and to produce those big thunderstorms. So that's why I'm not expecting that for the rest of this evening. But we're definitely not done with any threat of severe weather. Let's talk about the heat dome over the southeast. They have been baking with triple-digit temperatures and record heat down to the south. What's really interesting about this, if you remember, 1 year ago, back on Memorial Day last year, yeah, we had this thing sitting on top of us. Remember when we saw that record high of 99 degrees? Yeah, that has now shifted down towards the south and east. But on the backside of that, that's what we're getting affected by, and that's basically an open door from the Gulf of Mexico. So plenty of moisture is being streamed up towards the north. Now the cooler air is dipping down with the jet stream off to the west across the Rockies and the Intermountain West. And remember, we talk about the jet stream, it's kind of like the weather interstate. So little storm systems are kind of like little train cars, and they like to ride along the weather interstate. So it follows it right up into the upper Midwest. And as it does so, with the Gulf of Mexico wide open, we have copious amounts of moisture being pulled in to interact with those disturbances. And that's why we're seeing periods of storms almost every day. And that's why we're also seeing quite a bit of severe weather. And that trend is looking to continue right on into our Tuesday. In fact, look at this. We're already tracking our next spin, or our next little swirl that's developing over the upper Midwest and back towards the Rockies. And you can see rain, snow, and yes, there's even severe weather already breaking out with this system as well. We've got tornado warnings now in portions of Colorado and Wyoming, stretching into Nebraska. And this is the storm system that will bring us our next threat of severe weather heading into tomorrow. So you can see the entire TV6 viewing area under a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather as we go into the day on Tuesday. Now, I think the difference with this next round of severe weather for your Tuesday is that most of the severe weather will occur late afternoon into the evening hours. So today we had it more in the mid-afternoon and hours, and I think tomorrow it'll be more towards late evening as we'll be seeing a brunt of the storms moving across the area. But again, we're going to be watching out for the potential of isolated tornadoes, high winds, and large hail, but we can't rule out that flooding threat. That's going to be the highest thing. In fact, over the next several days, we could have an additional 2 to 3 inches of rainfall, and you can see that corridor of heavy rainfall streaking up right into the QCA. So that means that we're going to be dealing with flash flooding potential and also river flooding as well. Outside right now, we've got a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures right around 80, so it's warm, it's muggy out there. Tonight we'll fall into the mid to upper 60s. Can't rule out a couple of isolated showers from time to time. Again, it will be humid. Now heading into your Tuesday, 77, mostly cloudy during most of the day with a couple of isolated storms possible, but the greatest risk for severe weather and strong storms will occur during the evening hours on our Tuesday. So we'll be here watching that for you very closely. Your 7-day forecast, there you see it. We'll see the rain trying to taper off by the midweek time frame, and hopefully we get a couple of dry days before more storms by the weekend.